Hello guys, so today we are going to discuss about binary exponentiation. So to understand this concept, let's solve one problem, a raised to power b. So how will you compute a raised to power b? So a raised to power b is basically multiplying a with itself b times, right? So like in a single loop, iterating over b, we can just keep multiplying a by itself and we'll get the a raised to power b. The time complexity will be order of n, linear, right? So is there a way, is there a better way of solving this problem? Is there a time efficient approach to solve this problem? Okay, to understand that, let's start with an example. Okay, so 2 raised to power 1 is 2, 2 raised to power 2 is 2 into 2, 2 raised to power 3 is 2 into 2 into 2, 2 raised to power 4 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, 2 raised to power 5 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, 6 is 2, 2. Okay, so let's talk about 2 raised to power 6. So 2 raised to power 6, can we write 2 raised to power 6 as square of 2 raised to power 3? Yes, we can write. So I can write it as 2 raised to power 3 square. Okay, what about 2 raised to power 4? I think similarly we can write 2 raised to power 4 as 2 raised to power 2 square of 2 raised to power 2. Okay, what about 2 raised to power 2? 2 raised to power 2 I can write as 2 square of 2 raised to power 1. Okay, okay, this is fine. So this looks good for the cases where power is even. Now let's talk about the cases where power is odd, like 2 raised to power 5, 2 raised to power 3 and 2 raised to power 1. So for 2 raised to power 5, it is like coming 5 times, and we can see, okay, 2 square into 2. Okay, so can we write 2 raised to power 5 as 2 raised to power 2 square of 2 raised to power 2 into 2? Yes, we can write. And how about 2 raised to power 3? Can we write 2 raised to power 3 as 2 raised to power 1 square to 2? Yeah, and this is just 2. Okay, so now we can see the pattern, right? So pattern is a raised to power b equals to 1 if b is 0, a raised to power b by 2 square if b is even, and a raised to power b minus 1 by 2 square into a if b is odd. How does it look? Right, this is the recurrence. Okay, and so what about the time complexity? Time complexity will be order of log n, right? So the brute force approach which we discussed initially runs in order of n, but this approach runs in order of log n time. So the complexity is order of n, okay, for brute force, and for this approach the complexity is order of log n. Order of log n. Okay, so as we can see that brute force is taking order of n time, but this problem can be solved using binary exponentiation, and this is taking order of n log n time, right? So this is a, you know, that's huge, that's a huge difference, right, between these two time complexities. Okay, so as I have mentioned about the recurrence, I have also added the link in the description uh, for, you know, for problems which can be solved using binary exponentiation, and other articles and, you know, documents to read more about this concept. And the implementation is very easy for this approach, and there are other problems as well, you know, which can be solved using binary exponentiation. So we know, right, Fibonacci, right? So we can use binary exponentiation in finding the nth Fibonacci number. So usually if you go by the brute force approach, then the time complexity will be order of n. So nth Fibonacci, if we go with brute force, then the time complexity will be order of n. But if we go with binary exponentiation, then the time complexity will go down to log n. Same, the approach is same. So yeah, you guys can you know, try to implement this solution with binary exponentiation to find nth Fibonacci number. So that's all in this video. In the next video I'll be, you know, taking a couple of problems, and we will try to solve those problems using binary exponentiation. Till then, happy coding, and please subscribe to my channel, you know, to receive more updates. Thanks.